Well, hello and welcome YouTube. Brandon Robinson back here with the final, brand new, exciting video of the Super Mega Baseball run that started 15 months ago in a cold January morning at my house. No, it was something where I had this great idea and I said I wanted to do a season with these ladies back when. San Mateo Bearcats, perfect game to do it. Thank you, Metalhead, for making a game, a sports video game, a sports baseball video game. Whatever. Thank you for including females in this video game. At some point, if you ever just want to make a softball game straight up, let me know. I'll let you know anything about it that I can help you with, man. Really love to see a softball game one of these days. I want to keep this kind of venture up all the time. I really love this thing here. It was beautiful, beautiful opportunity. I want to bless my Lady Bearcats with this one. I want to bless other softball teams with it at some point too, if I can. But here, if we go and look at the screen right now, we are looking at the finals, folks. That's right, Bearcats versus Razzles. And I'll tell you what, I don't know if the Razzles really razzle-dazzle too much there. We beat them 15-1 last time we played them. That was pretty recent. You know, we have other teams here. The 1-seed Nemesis lost the Razzles 16-1. Forget what I said. Razzles might have it. I mean, I'm not saying anything about it except for the fact that I feel really confident about my team here. We can take CCS and win it all. We can win everything. I'm really looking forward to that. Wide loads. I think we lost the wide loads there once. I'm just looking at some of the other teams here. Never played the Buzzards. And, you know, it was a 7-6 ball game against the Protectors. So, you know, it was what it was. So we're going to play the Razzles here. I'm not going to do something by cheating right here, but I am going to throw Jodie in this game. And I don't know if they have an idea, because they're probably throwing their number 4 here. But hopefully the game can recognize for them at some point that this is their final game, and they'll throw any pitcher that they can. So I'm going to be throwing Jodie. And actually, I thought long and hard about what I'm going to be doing right here. I keep talking about the seniors. We have 8 of them. Got to be honoring them right here. Jodie's the only senior, only pitcher that's a senior, or only senior that's a pitcher, whatever. So I'm going to play her alongside the 7 others. I'm going to be starting all 8 seniors here. My last game, it didn't feel like it. It seemed like it was supposed to be. My last game to me felt like the championship for a lot of other, you know, reasons. Whether division rival, really tough team that we played hard against. We haven't ever gotten that far. The Bearcats haven't ever gotten that far in CCS before. So they've gotten that far. They never beat the semifinal. They never got in the championship game. So to get that far really felt like the championship game. And, you know, there have been a lot of, you know, think of like Red Sox Yankees 2004. Hey, I'm not going to diminish the fact that they won their first World Series in like a century against the Cardinals there. But they swept them 4-0. And it just felt really easy for them. Everything was easy for them there. Red Sox Yankees, man, if you guys know that game, the game 4 and 5 that went like extra innings for both of those, you know, the Steele and the David Ortiz, all that stuff, guys. That was a series. And the year before in 03, that game 7, Aaron Boone, not even gonna go about it. But and look, I can send them out at any particular time, maybe honor them one at a time, send them out, something like that. Not all of them, of course. I only have 5 subs. Well, Jodie's one of them. So let's start with Jodie. Coming in this game, Jodie Lewis. She's going to start this game. She was locked in. Did she homer again she homered for the first time her last game when she started there. She's going to start this one. Now, Jaro's a junior. Junior Jaro. I might give her, she's the only junior on this team because Jaleese would have been the other one, Jaleese Roman. I talked about her the intro video. She was a flex call-up, call-down player. Emily actually wasn't a player on the varsity team. She was a pitcher on JV. But because she was a pitcher, I thought I'd give it to her. I'm giving Jodie this game, though. Callista's a senior. Morella's a senior. Morella's actually transferred from another high school. Now, she's Julia's sister, but she transferred from another high school, and she didn't get to start the year with us, if that makes sense. She had to start... There are transfer rules, and I can't say I remember them right now off the top of my head, but there are transfer rules, meaning what you can do or can't do as a transfer. Like, you can't just transfer to school just to automatically start playing. You have to take some amount of time off, either a full year or half a year, whatever it is. She had to take some time off before she could play with us. So she came, I think, after spring break. All right, Dulce in this game here as well. So Morel's got to play an infield position, it looks like, or Callista can play second. Jaro's still in this lineup too. I'm just going to do the oldest players. All the other ones on the bench are freshmen. Let them be freshmen for now. They can enter in at some point, but I'm also going to play the players that can help us win the ball game when all is said and done here. I keep trying to change the lineup a certain way. This thing doesn't swap players in the lineup. You just shift them and it changes everyone else. So it's hard to figure this thing out. Jaro can come up here. Ooh, I'm liking this look a little bit now. Almost to a T. Yeah, look at this one. Let's see positions here. Jaro at second. Jaro's been doing good at second. She's been taking her time at second base. She's been doing it good at second. Callista right. Ooh, okay. I'm going to swap Jaro and Callista. I forgot to mention one thing. We are playing. We're playing at, I'll let you see where we're playing right here. It's not Sakota Hills. We're going to be playing at, we played at a park last time. Although deep center field, nothing else played deep at all. And the home runs were cheap. And here, home runs won't be cheap. If you remember what this park is, either because you played the game or you saw the video, guys, we are going to be playing at... I didn't change my field. We're going to be playing at Apple Field again. I was going to say, I changed the field. Something happened. I was going to say, we're going to be playing at Shaka Sports Turf. Now I need to find a way to change this thing, because this isn't what I wanted. I don't know if I can. Hopefully they don't save this. Hold on. Finish later. I can't change this, guys. We are playing at Apple Field for the championship game. I wanted to play at Shaka Sports Turf, and I couldn't change it. Here's why I can't go back. This game auto-saves. If I simulate, it's going to save it. If I finish later, I can't go back. Well, that was stupid. Sorry about that, guys. We're playing at Apple Field here, where they have shallow thing. Oh, well, it's under the bright lights. It's fine. It's fine. You know what? This actually is kind of realistic to high school as well. When we do our CCS, our championship stuff, we start playing at what's called San Jose PAL Stadium. It's Police Activities League. It's kind of under Highway 280. It's kind of interesting, but a lot of famous baseball players even have played there. And softball. You play there for like the last game, semi-championship game, stuff like that. So this kind of makes a little more sense than anyway. I just wanted to change it up. All right. So Jodie's not full because I did pitch her a long time in that game, and that was one of the decisions to make. So she might not last the whole game either. She won't last the whole game. But Sonic Blaze got some speed here, starting Callista off early to Gabby Morgan. All these seniors plus Jaro in this game. I'm loving it. Might get Jaro back at second base now, though. Now they talk about the fact that right field plays small and not deep. Jaro could have gotten that. Just kidding. All right, so yeah. Oh, look at this lady umpire here. He's got white long hair. He's got white long hair and a big ponytail. She's hustling out there. I haven't seen that before. Good fork ball, double play ball, Callista to Stoveland. Man, I just tried to tap circle. I might have tapped it too early. Remember when I tried to tag, if you saw the last game, I tried to tag Julia up from third base to score, and something happened. The game didn't register it, or I tapped it too early or something. Maybe I tapped it too early, and the game was saving me from being another out, from being an out at third. Because if she leaves early and they appeal and throw to third, because the game will know if I leave early, right? It's not like they need to have eyes. The game just has a brain. And the brain knows when it leaves early. Taylor suddenly coming back. She started from a 1 for 11 slump, and I don't know what she's been since, but man, I bet she's hitting really close to 300 now on this playoffs, if not higher. But Sophia Jaro, I mean, I would have been playing her. I love these pearly whites underneath the lights, guys. I love this look. Man, it looks good sometimes. Oh, stay hot. Oh, I was going to say, when you're hot, the ball finds holes, man, and I thought that was about to find a hole right there. Stoveland having a rough bout, but I've batted her third kind of all year. I batted her second the last game. Maybe that was the problem. Problem was I was power swinging at times when I probably shouldn't have been. I'm really eyeing that porch, but you know what? I've hit contact swings over the fence. I knew that one couldn't. God, holy, who's that? Sonic Blaze. If you remember Monet, we played the Overdogs at the Overdogs Park. She had a 450-foot shot, like out of the park there, and that was on a contact swing. So it's possible to contact swing it way out of here. And I'm always looking for those opportunities to do exactly that. Now, I only stole one bag last game, and that was a catcher with a weak arm. Maybe, Raya, I'm sorry for, whoa, but maybe not. Look at this park playing like it is. Oh my goodness, guys. I'm happy, but why, I should be playing at Shaka Sports Turf right now, guys, and that should be a can of corn fly out. That other park, it's not even to the warning track. At least I don't even think it's close to the warning track there. That was incredible. That's what I'm trying to do at this park, but I was also trying to evade that. I wanted everyone to earn everything they got. You know what I mean? And look, I'm not swinging well with Raisa right now when it comes to pitch selection. I'm being weird on that. But you show me another ball that you've hit out of the yard that far off the strike zone before like that. Callista hit it out. Oh, I'm looking for Callista to bomb one now too. This is her last chance, man. She's a senior. A lot of these girls didn't play softball after college. I know Raisa did. I believe Taylor did. She did. She at Pennsylvania. Where was it? I think in Pennsylvania. I can't. Oh, can't remember where she played suddenly. I want to say Cooperstown. I want to say that it was like it's like a I didn't mean Cooperstown. I forget where. Gettysburg. Yeah, I was like somewhere famous, not Cooperstown. What was I trying to say? I was thinking Hall of Fame suddenly. Yeah, man. So, I think at Gettysburg played softball there. Yeah, not a lot of them played softball after, though. Now, the freshmen just graduated. I can't say where people went, though, guys. I haven't spoken with them since the end of high school, since they graduated. But I couldn't tell you off the top, I wasn't coaching. So I couldn't tell you off the top of my head where they all went. Some people stayed local, played D3, something like that. I want to say Izzy's still playing. I want to say Izzy's still playing. I can't guarantee anybody else is playing right. Oh, Jada. And I want to say Jada's still playing. One of them might be at Sonoma. I'm not sure, man. I don't follow their social media, anything like that, so I couldn't tell you. But yeah, so, with these seniors, man, like this is their last go. And unfortunately, I cut their last go so short in real life. That was so silly. Should have put in Jodie in that last inning. Should have consulted my coaches more, man. Should have consulted I got so much in my head about something during that last half inning that, man, I screwed things up badly. Really wanted them to get this opportunity. They're getting some semblance of an opportunity right here. All seniors right now getting their game in. Oh, Jodie. Oh. Hit hard, still might be a double play. Man, when you hit it that hard, what's not a double play? It doesn't matter if they have a little bobble. Alright, let's look at the sky view right here. Empire State Building. Statue of Liberty. That's not where it is. Interesting. Alright, 3-0 cushion against the Razzles here, guys. I'm feeling good about this game. Jodie's probably not going to go the distance, but the bullpen will go with it. And, again, honoring other things. I don't think Brandon's pitching this game at all. We got Tony. We got Bob. We got Alyssa. And I'm probably going to go in that order right there. Tony. Woo! Oh, what are you talking about? Tony, man. So, I've had best friends in my life, or at least really, really good friends. It's been hard for me to call who my best friends are at times, too. I'm not saying, oh, they're deceitful. It's like if someone asks, who's your best friend? I go, I don't know. There's this person. The question still for me comes up for, who's ever going to be, my best man? Because I've had different best friends and really good friends through my childhood. One of my really good friends passed away when I was 15. Tim Volkert. Look him up, please. Tim Volkert died of an enlarged heart in his sleep. December 5th. Went to sleep December 5th. Didn't wake up December 6th, 2003. Tim Volkert. Pitcher. Was going to be a college pitcher. Easily. Would have played, semi-pro, minors. At least. Minimum. And I'm saying that for a 15-year-old. I played with Daniel Descalso. I called him Danny Descalso back when. I was a 13-year-old. He was a 15-year-old. We were Babe Ruth League. We were the Cubs. We won the championship that year. He was a shortstop. I was a in-and-out bench player as a little 13-year-old at the time. That was kind of right after I started switch hitting. I wasn't really a great hitter yet, and we just went to 90 feet base paths, which means I got to hit a little bit farther. So I wasn't great. I was good outfielder, good base runner, things like that, but I was still little. So I played with Daniel Descalso, as we call him now. I don't know what team he's on right now, but he's been a journeyman right now in the majors. Cubs, Rockies, Cardinals. He started with the Cardinals, I think. I don't know who he's drafted with. Diamondbacks. He's played with a bunch of different teams, so a bit of a journeyman. He's with some team right now, maybe the Cubs. I played with him. I don't have. Oh, stay fair. I haven't had very much claim to fame when it comes to people I've played with. My mom's cousin was a minor league pitcher for the Cubs, Jason Blanton. Not high minors, low minors. I was thinking when I was a kid, I was going to be a bat boy, things like that. Where was I going with the story? Who was I talking about? I'll have to remember. Babe Ruth League. Pro. Oh, Tim Volkert. Tim. So, geez. So when it comes to, judge of talent, if I got to see Daniel Descalso and think this guy's going to make it, and I mean, not at the time I thought he was going to make it, but when I heard he was drafted and such, and when I played him, when I saw him play in the pros and stuff, I said, if there was someone who I could pin to make it, I mean, it would be him. And look, he's not the most successful Major League ball player ever. As he's a journeyman, he's a utility infielder, and he's pretty good in some respects. He's pretty clutch and does the thing. Getting older now, because I'm getting older. He must be 33 if I'm 31. Oh boy. Close to... oh, there we go. All right. I'm loving the seniors in this game. I'll play them all game if I have to. So, Tim Volkert, man, I can judge that talent and that drive and that ability and just the nicest human being ever. And you always hear people say the nicest human being ever. But you haven't met Tim Volkert. You haven't met Tim Volkert. There's something special about him. Something special about him. Definitely God's gift, and changed my life in a lot of different ways when it came to what I appreciate, how much I'm supposed to care, and not supposed to in like a societal way. It's just like the human condition, how much I'm supposed to care, how much it matters. Having pets, I'm about to cry for Tim. Having pets helped me with that as well. Having Tim in my life helped me with that as well. His death reminds me of that, makes me say that people got to fill his void and play that role in life, So kind of like that, and so Tim was like that. Now I don't know why Tim was brought up. I don't know why I talked about Tim to start with here. People gone too soon. I'm not sure what I was. I'm not sure what I was going at with that. Just Tim, man. Tim Volkert, treasure. Great gamer. That's out of here. Way out of here, Raisa. Just stick to it, kiddo. How many home runs on the regular season? 18, 17, 18? Couple here in this. That's their second in the game. I totally forgot about that. 5th home run of the playoffs. It's only the 4th game. This is just like the regular season. She hit 5 home runs in the first 4 games of the regular season. I remember that one well. And don't let up, kiddo. I think they were in, I think she hit 2 home runs the first game and 2 home runs in this game. So she had a bit of a lull in the middle games there. 3-0. Hey, why not? Just lay off, kiddo. All right, so yeah, man, I'm feeling good about this game. That's okay, it's gonna be a nice. Oh, geez, ball 4. It's gonna be a nice feeling championship if we get it. I can't be saying that too soon. Also, ball 4, but you know what? The base hit also gets you to first base too. So that's what I decided on. Why did Tim have to do it? I want to go back because you know how I jump stories, and I was thankful to be able to get back to talking about Tim because I almost forgot what I was talking about. Oh, jeez. How many times do we see those deflections? Now I'm out as a result of it. Probably something to do with honoring people and just not being able to see, not being able to see their potential through. Maybe it was something about the other players that went to college and just saying like, hey, these players here. All right, don't say way to smash it, kid. All right, so I thought there were 2 outs. I thought there probably already should have been 2 outs. Julio Bugles, Dimples Beefy, and Everett Overly against Jodie Lewis. She's going to get at least her 5er in. She's doing fine. She's doing 26 pitches in 4 innings. Man, something's changed. And I've hit my weird spurts during this season. You guys know this. I started off, I think the very first game, I started off strong. I blew it open, and they came back because it was like, it was my first game I played in forever. We did win, and then I think we had some comfortable wins outside of that. And the beginning of the season was very comfortable. And then I hit my first loss, and then I seesawed wins and losses, and then suddenly I couldn't hit. Well, at one point I upped my ego. I upped the ego even after a loss there because I had just the game of all games or something like that, and just felt like I had to up the ego there. And I think when I go to Super Mega Baseball 3, I'm going to have some other form of a challenging season. Not necessarily, I don't know what kind of team I'm going to have. Maybe softball, I don't know. But I'll try the impossible. I'm going to try 99 all around and see what that gives me. I'm going to see what that gives me and see how it changes. Because, look, I've won comfortably for some games at 90. And I've been 92 even. I think I've been okay. I started the season at 80 for hitting. Now it's at 90. But I want to try 99 at some point. It says impossible, and I don't doubt it. I'm sure that it becomes exponentially more difficult. It's probably not the same difference from 90 to 99 that 80 is to 89. It's probably one of those things where they just say, oh yeah, you know what? You get out of here. Get over the fence. Nearly, Gabby. Nearly over that fence, kid. I've loved the year that Gabby's had, coming off the bench and finding a starting role for this. Almost double-digit home runs in the year. Maybe she did. Maybe she got 10. Almost double-digit home runs on the year, man. If not actually getting it. Just, I loved the raw power. Jodie Lewis teeing off, helping herself out. Hey! Second home run of the playoffs. Feeling good. Loving the mojo, kid. I'm glad to have pitched you in this one. Glad to have had you. I don't know if I said this story, and I don't know if she'd appreciate me saying this story, but I think this is just more... I think this is more... I think she'd be fine with it. Jodie had an instance, I don't know when during the year. It was still early on during the year. Probably before the halfway point. A third of the way through. She's a senior. She has a lot of friends who are in... What's the spring sport? Swimming or water polo? I'm going to say... Actually, I don't know which one. I don't... Let's say water polo. Even if it's not, let's say water polo. A lot of friends in water polo, and she's played softball all her life. Not that she's burnt out, but she's saying, man, I'm not going to get this one chance to try something with my friends. I'll never be able to try this thing again. You know, again, a lot of female athletes, unfortunately, don't have the luxury of professionally, highly paid, long-distance look to some other future for them. For a lot of them, it ends at high school. For the lucky ones, it ends in college or intramural or a club or something like that. For the lucky ones, you know, a lot of them find passions, you know, they find partners, they find, they find their life in college. And freshman 15, no, just kidding. And, so they, Menace Newton coming in to pinch hit. I'm going to throw a ball right down the middle, Mr. Menace, because you have no power. Ha ha. I've never intentionally just thrown a ball right down the middle before. If you hit it, you can name it. Oh, he named that one. He hit that one, though. All right. They realize that this isn't going to lead to that next thing. So I can't afford not just, what am I doing? I can't afford, not just on like a money sense, like whatever, time and commitment, all that. I can't afford to keep playing. Not say that oh, she's a prolific water polo player. She's saying this is her one time that she's going to have the chance to be able to do it. And she didn't want to miss out on it. I didn't know if I had a leap or not. I thought maybe she's going to catch that on the wall. I just overdove with Paige, so I thought I didn't want to overleap with Dulce. Did you guys see... this is getting different now. They had a grand slam. They're back in it. And base clearing anything. They have one out. Did you guys see... I'm trying to think who they played. I want to say they played the Dodgers. I want to say it was Dodgers. I think Justin Turner was batting. Marcell Ozuna, when he was... Double play! Marcell Ozuna, when he was with the Cardinals, he's now on the Braves. When he was with the Cardinals, which was not for a long time, because he got traded there from Miami. For some reason, they let him go. I know Derek Jeter shipped everyone off, but whatever. I think it was Justin Turner. Turner hits a high fly, deep fly ball to left field. Way back. This is at Busch Stadium. Way back. Marcell Ozuna scales the wall and goes up. And it bounces on the warning track. Or on the grass. Or it was either ground rule double or does something. Call it. Wait. Look this up right now. Just type Marcell Ozuna into YouTube. And see if... Find anything about Rob's home run, fail. Rob's home run, fails, it leaps out wall, whatever, funny. And you'll find what I'm talking about. And it is hilarious. Not only is it hilarious because of what we saw, but then you see the replay. And then you see, you know what? He didn't just leap in front of a wall. You know what else is behind the wall in left? Go. You know what else is behind the wall in left field? The bullpens. The Dodgers bullpen is right there. The bullpen is having a right. They're laughing their asses off there. It's so funny. Clista, let's hit, kid. We shut him down that inning. Let's go ahead. Let's power swing, kiddo. Yeah, get it through. There we go. Why are we bunting when we can single? It was just so funny. I had seen something like it before, only there was for good reason, and it wasn't a player that you'd expect to have it happen. Still say, because he's a terrific defender. Suddenly, oh my god, what's his name? The guy for the Rays, the center fielder. I just had it, and I just lost it. I'll come up with it at some point. I'll come up with it pretty soon. Unless I forget and start talking about something else. Anyway, so he goes up, tries to, like, you know, scale the wall and, like, rob a home run. And he ends up hanging on the wall because you see the ball drop in mid-center field. And if you don't know why, you know, you're having a right... I mean, it looks funny because he looks like he's like a cat on the wall when he watches it go and just drop in center field. It's like, what is he scaling the wall for? Well, they were in Tampa Bay, and Tropicana Field, they're lobbing home run balls for me. Oh my God, I'm swinging way too... I'm just anticipating this lob ball, and I want to crush it. Jodie, though, Jodie wants to as well, and we have an opportunity to do exactly that right now. Anyway, so he goes up. So he goes up for it. So Tropicana Field is a dome, and it's not that it hit the ceiling. There are these trapeze rings. I don't know what they're for, support, or I'm not sure, or catwalks, not trapeze. These catwalk rings that kind of hang from the ceiling of the dome. I don't know if they support the roof. Ooh, left and loaded. I don't know if they support the roof or what they do, but balls have hit the catwalk before. And they have letter names to them, A, B, and C. A, B, and C. And I think if it hits the C ring, then it's a home run. But if it hits the B ring, then it's still in play. Now, I forget what ring it hit. If it hit the C ring, then it was a home run anyway, but that would have been crushed. So I'm going to say no. He wouldn't be scaling the wall for something like that. So it must hit the B ring, and it must have still been in play. So I'm going to say the batter got a double, because the right fielder probably read it, something like that. But, oh, such a funny scenario, because that was the only other time I saw it. And it's just funny to just watch a looping GIF of it. Because especially, I mean, don't tell someone the story when you say, dude, watch this idiot right here. And he's not an idiot. He's you know, he's one of the better defenders out there. And for some reason, I'm totally blanking on his name. And of course, if I don't remember, I mentioned his name a lot. Oh, Kiermaier. Kevin Kiermaier? Kevin Kiermaier, right? I think Kevin Kiermaier. Kevin Kiermaier. I'm going to say his name's Kevin Kiermaier. I think his last name's Kiermaier. I'm just trying to think of his first name suddenly. But anyway, so he, great defender. I think he came around to hitting a little bit. He's got some speed, but his defense, man, Gold Glover. Great guy. Jodie, meanwhile, in the 7th inning, is shutting them out. Only 52 pitches thrown, and the seniors and Jaro are just, or the upperclassmen are taking this championship in stride here. And I don't know what I want to do to kind of just honor them as they part here. You know, I don't know what to say about these ladies that I haven't already said. I don't know. I've said a lot about their softball. And, you know, to be honest, you know, this is my first year coaching for these guys. I don't think I taught any of them. I taught some of the JV players out of position. They have a first baseman now out of position here. They're like, screw it. I don't think I taught any of them in this. No, Julia. No, yeah, I did have Julia. I had Julia in my algebra class, in my support algebra class. It's out of here! Jaro! Junior Jaro, peeking over the fence. I'm telling you guys, I shouldn't have been playing at this park. Shouldn't play at Shaka Sports Turf. That ball might have gotten out at Shaka Sports Turf, because it kind of has a little curve in. It's like 400 at those parts of the wall. But still, it feels like cheapies, unless you hit it right to that death triangle out there. And I want to just hit one out there. I like fields that have character, and I like using that character in a way. Like Tal's Hill at Minute Maid Park, which they covered up because I don't know why. Because they don't want any fun. I'm talking about Houston. Because I love that. Get out of here! Oh, go foul. Get out of here. Go. There we go. It's not that shallow right down the line in right field, but it stays shallow for a long time. That's all. It just doesn't go deep. Until finally in center field when it wants to. Like, that's a cheapy gimmick. The wall's not high either. There are other walls that are like that. Right, 3 for 3, 5 home runs, 12 ribbies for the playoffs. Man, I'm just thinking about what these guys could have done in CCS. Because they would have given it their all. We lost on a Thursday. I hate to keep saying we lost. We lost on a Thursday. Our first CCS game would have been a Wednesday. So we would have practiced that Saturday. So 1, 2, then Monday, Tuesday. 4 practice days to get some things done. And we would have figured some things out. So they're putting in this closer who's... Oh, sorry. No. They're taking out the closer. I was going to say, what are they doing? All right, so Warren Dunn. Oh, yeah, the Warwick Dunn guy that I was talking about before. 3 for 4. All right, Raisa. Well, you had a heck of a season batting, kid. I don't think you're going to get another at-bat because we're the home team here. So unless we round around it, I don't know, but... Heck of a season there. It's beautiful. I probably said this story back with... I was talking about Jodie, too, as well. So Jodie came to my office. Jodie came to my classroom. Our school day ended early enough for the last... We had a block schedule thing, and you were able to get out early sometimes because you didn't have to have a last period of the day, and a lot of seniors didn't here, and I don't think I had a last period for that part of the block day, whatever. So Jodie comes in and talks to me about saying, you know, my friends are playing water polo, whatever else. This might be my last chance. I don't want to back out on the team at all. I wouldn't do this unless I knew you guys had the support staff stuff, and I've been back and forth with this a lot. I mean, she was devastated with what she was telling me. She didn't want to do this. She thought that, you know, for her it was a Sophie's choice of what I'm leaving that I absolutely love out. You know, something I'll never have again. Or, sorry, something I'll never have to begin with, or something that I'll never have again that I've always loved. And so, look, I am one of the most approachable, accommodating people on earth, and I think that this kind of really helped things out for her to ease her decision, and eventually actually for her to change her decision back. But, you know, because she said, you know, I didn't think this conversation would go the way it did. I was extremely supportive of it. All this, you know, all the stuff. I extremely supportive of the decision. I said, you know, you're right. You know, we have the stuff. You know, we're losing our ace. We're losing our number one. And there goes a shout out for Jodie, by the way. We're losing our ace in our number one. But you know what? You know, greener pastures, man. You guys are all people. And it's student athlete, but really it's person, student athlete, and I see you as a whole person, and I love you, and I want to see you be happy in what you do. And if there's a slight bit of happiness that you're gonna see with these last friends, you do it. But the thing that I think really helped her was I said, and if you ever and yeah, I said, I don't know why they're stealing. I said, and you know what? You may have, and I don't think I said it this way. Otherwise, it kind of sounds, I don't want to say threatening. Otherwise it sounds like I'm kind of like wishing, like having ill wishes on it. I said, you know what, and it might like end up being that it's not the choice that you do want. And I just hung that pitch. I'm sorry, Joe, I hung that pitch way out batter's eye. And I said, that's deep. That's out at Shaka. That's out of anywhere. And I said, you know what, if, 477. I said, you know what, if in fact you feel like it was the wrong decision and you want to come back because it's your trial by fire, we'll welcome you with open arms. I talked to the captains about it, all that. They were totally for it. Aggressive, man. They might come back if I'm gonna be like that, if I'm stupid like that. But I pressed the dive button and she slides. Not that she would have caught it by diving, but maybe she could have trapped it at least. So anyway, I can't say how long she was gone for, but I'm going to say it wasn't more than 2 weeks. Maybe it wasn't even a full week. Maybe it was a day. And she said, you know what? Stupid mistake. And not like stupid mistake. She just realized she missed it. She realized that we love her. She understood the flexibility and got to play that out. And I was very happy for her to be able to do that. I was very happy for her to be able to return. Very saddened that I couldn't let her even just pitch that last game or pitch in CCS. His name Chico Sharp. All right, bottom of the 8th, guys. Can you get these last at-bats in? Let's do it, Callista. Callista Fong, last at-bat of her softball career, and she hits to the short porch. Callista, what do you got? Oh, Callista! Oh, I love it. Right out of here. First home run, first arm behind the playoffs, biggest smile on her face. You always saw her cheering for all the other players in the dugout, doing it whenever other people hit a home run. Very last opportunity to do it, and she does it. Now I want Dulce to do the same thing. Let's get it done, kid. I got you, kid. I'm not swinging at that crap. We got this for you. Chico Sharp, more like Chico. Out of the park. Oh, sorry, Dulce. Dulce, I mentioned this before, Dulce got robbed of a home run earlier in the year. I just got it. No, that would have been the deep part of the yard, but I got under that one. I could have done it. She got robbed of a home run, so she had the distance on one of those for sure, and it just didn't pay out because the guy leapt and robbed her. Oh, Callista! I was just saying, Callista's never going to hit a home run. Lo and behold, there it was. I'm no longer sad. I'll tell you what, for that moment, I'm no longer sad that I'm at this park instead of that Shaka Sports Turf thing. I'm not calling anything a cheapie. A home run's a home run, man. You play always. You've seen Batman Begins. Ra's al Ghul, Liam Neeson. Always mind your surroundings, man. They minded their surroundings. Every home run that's been a cheapie has been awesome. We've minded our surroundings. They've minded their surroundings. It's been awesome. All right, top of the 9th inning. Now I'm getting emotional. Top of the 9th inning. This is it for our team. I think I've sealed this victory. They've poured the water, the Gatorade. I can't talk anymore. They've already poured the No, I think they do it with 2 outs where they give me a Gatorade bath in the dugout. And there's probably another home run. So I can't think too soon with 2 outs here. But they still need to get 6 other people on. I don't know if I can get Jodie to last here. Why don't I get... Look, Jodie's done her thing. I got her in this game. Jodie's done her thing. Let's let her part like a Mariano Rivera at Citi Field in the All-Star game. Pulling her out for one last goodbye here. This is stupid that I'm emotional, guys. It feels real again. And I didn't get them this opportunity to do things like this. Let's go for Tony. This is why I started talking about Tim Volkert. I was talking about best man, but good friends. And oh my god. And I've had a lot of great friends in my life. Tim Volkert being one of them. Yada yada. And since moving back from San Diego State, since moving back home, I couldn't claim to a best friend as some of my old childhood best friends, have different lives and wives and stuff like that, live in different places, and I got my own thing going teaching, and I didn't have anybody's best friend anymore. I mean, I take it back. I had Adam Carr. You saw him sign online a couple times here. Adam Carr has been my best friend, a local guy, always been there for me. All right, Tony, way to get the double play. I'm going to put in Bob here as well, but let me talk about Tony, teacher at San Mateo High School right now. He's by far the best friend I've had in a long time. Tony's a great individual, and I was so blessed to have him for everything that he provided for these girls and for the team, and being flexible and just being awesome. I've never had longer conversations with a male before than I've had with Tony. And I'm not talking about deep conversations. I'm just saying conversations. I never knew someone as much like me as he is with regard to personality and things we love, movies and sports. I've never met someone with the same fascination and then some. Every time I think I'm impressed him with something, he one-ups me in another way with it. He is incredible. He is incredible. Also a very caring human being, every sense of the word here. And Bob, man, I think I mentioned this at the beginning of the year thing. I would never have a parent of a player as an assistant coach. I wouldn't. And there's this other guy, Mike Gallia, who's Kylie's dad. There it is. Oh my god, what is this? The freshmen come out! Who is that? Ah! It's Raisa! Throw her up in the air! Oh my god. Kylie, you got McHugh, got Morella, Julia Monet. Oh, in the background, can't miss them. Tony, Bob, Raisa, Taylor, Brandon. Who is that? Jada and Kendall and Jody. No, I'm sorry. I don't know who that was. I don't know who all the players are suddenly. I can't tell. And the Bearcats win the championship. I'll tell you what, that was a pretty easy way. Hey, cream of the custom team there, because obviously we made them there. So, cream of the custom. Bearcats win, and we'll take a long last look at this field here. I just want to really talk about Bob here. What about Bob? I would never have a parent as an assistant coach for any sort of competitive ball. And at the time, I never would have. I'm not saying I stubbornly wouldn't. I'm saying that it's one of those defaults where it's like, kind of like a 5-foot quarterback. No, until you see Drew Brees. But I had a phone conversation with him. It must have lasted an hour to an hour and a half. I can't tell you exactly what was said. I'm not saying it was private. I can't tell you exactly what was said. I can't remember. But man, was I sold. Man, was I sold on Bob. And his daughter, Taylor. He didn't have to talk her up. He never batted an eye if I made any decision on Taylor that seemed like it would be against her. He never would. That was something that you can't see in parents very often, and you can't. And I was bringing up Mike Gallia in a good way. Mike Gallia came in to assist with Alyssa Jepson the next year afterward with Kylie on that team. He ended up coaching JV, I think, the year after something. No, the senior year, I think he was with JV because they needed a JV team. Let's look at these final things here to make this work. I'm sorry, I closed that thing off way too. Eyes burn, man. Way too soon. Taylor started off strong with a hit, I do believe, or I don't know, sometimes she got a hit. Ended up 263 there, so 1 for 4. Jaro with 1 for 4, Stone with 1 for 4. So the top of the order didn't get it done, but who got it done? The bulk. Raisa with 2 bombs, 5. Oh no, she hit 5 in the postseason. So did she have a 3-homer game? I don't know what she did. She must have had a, no, maybe she homered last game. Can't remember suddenly. But she had 5 home runs in the postseason there, bookending her 5 home runs in the first 4 games of the regular season. That was awesome. Morella is the quietest on the team when it comes to success. I can't remember her successes enough, and I go back and go, wow, 2 for 4. She didn't score driving any runs in this thing, but contributed middle of the order success. She's been quietly doing it the entire year. I'd bet, I'm willing to bet one of those was an extra base hit and a double. She had a lot of doubles during this year. Snuck by. And Callista Fong. Callista, we went... 2016 Batman vs. Superman came out. Our school even had a spring rally to support sports teams, and I have a video of myself dancing with some teachers where I'm wearing a Batman shirt and they're all wearing Superman shirts, something like that, and we're dancing to Bruno Mars' Uptown Funk. We did a surprise teacher dance there. But it was a whole Batman vs. Superman theme in the spring rally, and we all knew it was coming out. We're all conscious of it. And so when it was coming out, we started to do these we did a lot of team bonding things. We did I don't know if we did bowling. I know we did like pizza, in and out, just all these things. We did a bunch of team bonding things, and we were thinking of doing the movies. And it just so happened to be a day, we pre-ordered the tickets, it just so happened to be a day that didn't work out for a lot of people. Worked out for Callista. Callista was able to go. And Callista went with myself and Tony. So we all went Batman vs. Superman, and I'll tell you what, didn't love the movie the first time through. Ultimate Editions, right? I like the Ultimate Edition. Don't like the pacing of the original. Anyway, Callista, man, comic fan, loves the stuff. She had a Game Boy. I don't know. Callista's cool. Callista came home from college. I forget where she went, but she was visiting home from college on spring break, and I was watching the Bearcats play. I was watching Alyssa play. They were playing Burlingame High School, school I used to teach at, split when I was at San Mateo as well. And she came and dropped by. I think we texted each other, or I saw her there. I can't remember, but we ended up watching that game together, catching up and stuff. Callista's cool, man. Callista's really cool. So happy for her to get that home run. That was legit. And that was an intense kind of will it make it kind of thing. And she was a cheerleader. And Callista was someone who she'd be willing to keep score in the dugout when she was on the bench. She'd be willing to go run and get foul balls at any moment, or even catch a bullpen if she wanted to, if she had the audacity to, whatever. She loved being out there. She didn't have to play. She played. Not all the time. She didn't have to play. Excuse me. She to herself didn't have to play. But she loved being out there. And not with upset ramifications with it. It kind of reminds me of that hardball G-Baby, walk-off single kind of moment there. It's spoilers. It's a 20-year-old movie. I didn't spoil all of it, I'll tell you what. But man, Callista, I couldn't be happier for her. Dulce. Tell you what, Dulce and Gabby Morgan, to me, I'm not sure what their actual relationship is like, but them to me on that team seemed like this. Yeah, it seemed like this. Inseparable. Almost as inseparable as Julia and Morella were. Just inseparable. It was just nice. I love this bond that certain players had with one another, and a lot of them seem to have it. And I really thought that I gelled well with this group. And I mean, I threw a lot of it away. I threw a lot of it away, but because of stupid last-minute decision stuff. But yeah, I couldn't be happier to think I gotta honor these guys. And Sophia Jaro, you know, I always thought Sophia Jaro was a senior. I mean, I knew she was a junior, but I always just thought that like she was just one of them. She was just one of them. She could have walked on that stage, graduated, and I would graduated with them, and I wouldn't have batted an eye. She's one of the coolest people I've ever met. One of the coolest people I've ever met. I love Jaro. Tony and Bob. I need to thank Tony and Bob for that, for the year they gave me and allowed me to have. Awesome support and awesome friends. Tony's gonna get married in November. Heaven forbid that, you know, knock on wood, that this COVID stuff passes by. He's gonna get married in November, and I can't wait to see that fool get married. Just awesome. And then Jodie. Studley playoff performance, another home run. She's just loving to help herself out here. And I know I skipped the top of the lineup. I didn't mean to here. Going back to Taylor, man. I'm still hoping someday. I mean, I live in Sacramento area now, and she must still be in college. I'm hoping some point we can find a way that we can coach together again. Taylor's the one. She was our fourth coach. You know what? Like when Alyssa wasn't there, she was our. I Alyssa literally wasn't there. You know, she was our fourth. You know, she was our other coach. She was our player coach. It's like I've activated myself. I guess that's a player GM. I would kill the coach with that girl. Paige and Raisa. I think I've talked about them a lot, so I don't know what else to say right now. But I hope they're doing well. I really hope they're doing well right now. Anyway, this video is running its course, guys. Championship was awesome. I felt like, I don't know if it was just because the pressure of the moments, maybe this game was a little more pressureful, it would have felt a little different. It's feeling a little bittersweet. Feeling sad to let them go. You know, but this one feels proper. Feels like a proper send-off. It's so stupid that I'm crying, guys. League champs, guys. The Bearcats are taking it to their trophy room. Mr. Scheller, Monet Scheller's dad is the athletic director at San Mateo High School, and he's the football coach there. I don't know if I ever mentioned that. And that man, I need to thank right now, Jeffrey Scheller. Thank you so much for giving me that opportunity. And I'll tell you what, he wanted me the year before when I was split between San Mateo and Burlingame, teaching at both things. I finished the day at Burlingame, so I coached there as well. But then I went full-time at San Mateo. And I thanked him for believing in me. He always talked me up so much, and he still does. And anytime I go home, I see him. Like home Bay area. Anytime I go over there, whatever, I see him. Thank you, Jeff. Thank you, Bob. Thank you, Tony. Thank you, ladies. Thank you, Alyssa, for running this team afterward, for picking up what I put down and making this happen, guys. San Mateo Bearcats are a legit thing now. They're a legit thing now, thanks to Alyssa and these ladies, the freshmen that went and played up and continued up. I know Julia transferred schools. I think she went to Burlingame. I think Paige Otis stopped playing her junior, senior. I think her senior year. Kendall stopped playing her senior year. Kendall's an academic stud, though. I'll tell you what. She's an academic stud. So, she, again, people find their niche. I'm glad Kylie kept playing. I'm glad Monet kept playing. I was hoping she'd play college ball. I don't think she is, so I was sad to hear when I think she wasn't going to be playing either. I'm glad Kylie kept playing. I think I see Kylie more often than anyone else because Kylie's dad and Mike had me play slow pitch softball with him a lot, so I got to see Kylie a lot more. Oh, Kylie's such a great kid. All these guys are great kids, guys. Anyway, for those who didn't close out the video, I want to thank you guys who watched and heard this story. It wasn't supposed to be kind of this thing, but it's kind of come to it because I've been living this every day now for all of April. And I feel like it's just been, it's like I'm back with him. It's like I'm back with him. I know I'm not, and I know I won't ever be. And now they have their lives and I have my life and stuff, but we want it all, guys. We want it all. If you want to see any stat stuff, maybe I'll just put up the stats page here. This is postseason. I don't know how to go playoffs, regular season. You might have seen this before. Taylor, 100 at-bats, all that kind of stuff. I don't know. Thank you guys for watching this stuff. I know you want to see me do Super Mega Baseball 3 down the line. I don't know who I'm going to do it with, what kind of team, what kind of scenario, in what kind of environment, how often I'm going to upload. I'll do what I can, but I have other games I want to start playing at some point as well. It's getting hot in here, guys. This is as raw footage as you're going to get from Brandon Robinson ever. This isn't something I'd ever upload to the world for the world to see, but people have become emotionally attached to these girls, and you don't even know them. And I wish you did. They're great girls. All right, guys. CCS champs. I'm going to take that to the bank. This is Brandon Robinson. San Mateo Bearcats, man. You did me proud. Thank you. That ought to do it for this one. Until Super Mega Baseball 3 comes out, guys. Take care.